guys, my name is Anna Curry, and today I'll be presenting my personal project, The Way of the Uke.
Exactly. Do you have a practice routine? I do. I play for at least 30 minutes, but it usually ends up being like an hour every single day.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
It is.
Yeah. What are some life lessons that you've learned while playing?
Be patient because eventually you will learn it.
Yeah.
This project was based on me learning how to play the ukulele. The first slide just showcases how my backboard would look all together. This journey was challenging but allowed me to learn a lot about myself.
I decided to send out an email to approximately 50 people, asking if they would share an experience they had where sports have come together for a community. After sending out 2 emails, the first in January and the second in April, I received around 30 answers. Everyone was in agreement with my statement. I received feedback on behalf of players, coaches, and parents. Here are 2 examples of quotes I've received. The original idea I had for my project was to interview people and make an iMovie. However, I met with my supervisor and we debated on a scrapbook or an iMovie.
Hello everyone, my name is Fiona Tarr and today I'm here to tell you about the behind the scenes of my personal project. For my project, I decided to write a novel. Writing has always been a huge passion of mine, but with the busyness of life, I've never found the time to work on a book. The Gemini Connection project follows the lives of Reese and Sage Davidson, identical twin sisters who had just been invited to attend Dion Prep, an international school for twins. Although it seems like a great opportunity to Sage and their mother, Reese sees things a little differently. Their grandma attended the school years ago, when some pretty shady things took place. Her sister and boyfriend were killed in the infirmary after undergoing illegal experiments. Weary of the dangers Reese believes she will face, she still manages to excel in her classes. She even falls in love with a boy, Finn Walsh. Things seem to be going well in life, that is until that boy breaks up with her and her world comes tumbling down. Meanwhile, Sage has been taken to the school's infirmary. She is dosed with a virus that gives the doctors an excuse to operate an experiment on her. Now Reese must fight through the scientists, doctors, and guards that keep the infirmary locked down to save Sage. Alliances are made, and hearts are broken. In the end, they are given the ultimate ultimatum: undergo torturous experiments or watch as the people they love are used as weapons for a war no one saw coming. Throughout the process of writing my book, I noticed that I often found inspiration in movies, books, and media. I also found that there are many historical events and historical icons that added to the creation of the Gemini Connection project. The Mortal Instruments inspired me to create the type of relationship that I did in my book. The relationship between Reese and Alex is profoundly similar to the relationship between the characters Clary and Simon in Claire's novels. The Institute by Stephen King was quite motivational for me in the sense of his characters were being used for their abilities the same way my characters are used to create the serum. I had first watched the Sweet Life movie on Disney Channel when I was 7. The problem that Zack and Cody face in the movie is quite comparable to the one that Reese and Sage face. This story has been the most influential part of my project. Joseph Mengele was known as the Angel of Death during the Holocaust. He found twins fascinating. He worked in the Auschwitz concentration camp and had ordered every twin to be brought to him when they arrived. He experimented on them by giving them injections, which to this day, the contents are still not fully known. The injections caused kidney infections and infertility. The Dion quintuplets were the first quintuplets to survive their infancy. After the first 4 months with their family, the Red Cross took over custody. Within a year, they were made wards of the Crown after the Dion Quintuplets Guardianship Act was signed. They were used as a tourist attraction until the age of 18. It took more than just simply writing words when it came to writing my book. I filled a few notebooks with notes of the story's plot before I began writing. I'd have to say that editing was the hardest part of the entire process. I found it difficult trying to come up with new ways of wording sentences when I found my writing became repetitive. Here's a photo of what my editing process looked like. Character design was one of my favorite parts of this project. It allowed me to use my artistic abilities as well as my imagination to create the characters. I was able to design everything, how they looked, acted, their hopes, and their fears. Deciding on the direction I wanted to go with the cover of my book was difficult. There were so many things to be determined, such as the target audience, color theme, and composition. I knew that I wanted to present it as a dystopian novel. The challenge was deciding on the appropriate artwork. I am delighted with how it turned out, although I would change the typography. It feels a little bit messy due to it being handwritten, but I think it just adds to the authenticity of it all.
For the past year, I've been taking care of 2 bonsai trees. For my personal project, I decided to document the styling of these bonsai, as well as showcase the maintenance and care necessary to keep these trees thriving. Bonsai come in many different shapes, sizes, styles, and species. The species of bonsai that I have are Juniperus chinensis, more commonly known as the Chinese juniper, and Schefflera arboricola, more commonly known as the dwarf umbrella tree. For my Chinese juniper, I chose to style it in the semi-cascade style. A semi-cascade bonsai is characterized by a trunk that grows upward, but then bends to go either down or horizontal.
So for my personal project, I decided that I would write a play. I've always had an interest in plays and theater, and I decided to see how I liked writing them. So I started with a brainstorm and a script.
Your name is?
Skylar Harp.
Here you are, Skylar.
Thank you. Let's see. Visual arts, dance, drama, vocals. They expect me to sing? I just knew my parents would choose the worst possible school for me. Looks like I'll have to use my acting skills and pretend to be a decent singer.
This is my project on volunteer mission opportunities. A while back, I was invited by an organization called Dental Development to join in volunteering at a mission in Guatemala to help with people with poor healthcare. My goal was to go to Guatemala and make a documentary out of this experience. Although, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, the trip was delayed to October, so I compromised. Rather than completely giving up on the idea, I decided to look into more organizations that do similar things that I would have been doing.